Welcome back to the InherAlchemist TV. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at Mama Wanda. Is her name Mama Wanda or Miss Wanda from Love and Marriage Huntsville? This is Letitia Scott's mother. This is a video that has been requested quite a few times. And so as I make my way down the list, I'm going to be getting to some of you guys' requested readings. I will be on vacation next week. So I will be getting in a lot of work, but I'm also going to be doing a lot of learning, upgrading myself. So yeah, that's my vacation plans. Anyways, as per usual, please like this video and make sure that you're subscribed to the channel, that you have your notification bells on, so that you are tapped in and know when we're going live. So I have the overall energy for this spread as the Lovers card in reverse. So this is a card, the overall energy for the spread to me is something that I picked from the bottom of the deck. And this is after I've pulled the entire spread and clarified all the cards, meditated over them. I flipped the deck over and boom, there it is. It perfectly ties into the rest of the spread though. So the Lovers card in reverse is about unhealthy relationships. So I don't know what Letitia's mother status is on the show, or what her relationship status is, but there's definitely like some type of heartbreak or divorce or some type of breakup of a couple that is showing up in her spread. Now I don't know if this is herself and her man, or it could be her daughter's relationship, but there's a very strong influence of a breakup or heartbreak between a couple or a partnership figuring in this reading. Now, the Lovers in reverse is about unhealthy relationships, but they kind of have a tinge of codependence, should I say it that way. When I pulled her card earlier in her main spread, she came up as the Empress in reverse. The Empress in reverse is also a codependent, which was clarified by the Magician. And so what I got a tone of was like one of these kind of like narcissistic, manipulative mothers that play like a very controlling role in their children's lives, but it's because of their own codependence, because they don't have the courage to build their own relationships due to some internal pain or suffering or heartbreak that they are dealing with themselves. You know what I mean? So within her own self person, she has like an inability to maybe commit in relationships. Maybe she's a person who was flighty. I don't want to say like a hoe back in the day, but I do have the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Wands. You know what I'm saying? They are in reverse, some of them, but I'm just saying, and the Seven of Swords here. You know what I mean? So I feel like within her own relationships, there's possibilities that she was maybe deceitful or maybe sneaky or something like that, which means that she would know the game, which means that she would know how to play the game, and so she would be kind of more hip or more up on something than maybe the people around her. But again, I'm also showing that she kind of is done with love. She turned her back on the situation, never did trust it, never did believe in it for herself. But I think it's because of who she is as a person and because a lot of the poor choices that she has made, right? So that's how she's coming in the reading. Now, this is her reading, but I feel like a lot of it has to do with family, because I have the Ten of Pentacles here. She came in as the Empress. That's usually giving me like matriarch of a family energy. Now, opening up her reading, she had the Page of Swords, and that was clarified by the Seven of Swords, which was then clarified by the Knight of Cups. The Page of Swords is a card of surveillance. You know what I mean? So when I'm looking at the Page of Swords, I'm seeing like a spy, but I'm also seeing like a reporter. So I feel like, I don't know if this was like back in her day or when she was a teenager or something, where she likes to spy on people's love relationships and get in people's business a bit. Now, with her coming in as being uncommittal and kind of flighty herself, it makes me wonder, were you the type of person that likes to point the finger out at others so that the fingers are never pointing at you? Meaning, I'm getting a feeling like she's a person that puts other people under the spotlight or on blast to cover up her own wrongdoings or cover up her own sneaky and deceitful ways. Now, with this Page of Swords and this Knight of Cups, I also feel like she was like surveilling somebody, maybe when they were going on dates or when they were arriving to like give love to another person. With the Seven of Swords and the Knight of Cups, this would have been cheating. Maybe she observed somebody cheating. Maybe she observed her own person, or she got caught cheating herself. But with the Page of Swords and the Seven of Swords, I feel like this is somebody who was a witness to some deceitful actions, or a witness. Maybe she caught one of the couples on a date with somebody else or something like that. But I feel like there was, at some point, she was like surveilling people, or I don't know, she was spying on people. She was in people's business in regards to a love relationship. And I feel like she caught somebody with the Seven of Swords being deceptive or lying about going to see somebody. With the Knight of Cups, I'm seeing like an arrival. I'm seeing somebody on a date. I'm seeing somebody offering love to somebody else. And I'm seeing her as having witnessed this in some type of way. Now, with this Empress in reverse, like I said, I feel like she's very codependent. Maybe with her own child, or with Letitia, or that's her, whatever. So I feel like in a lot of ways that she creates drama, or she creates situations that isolate Letitia, or I don't know, somehow like keep her alone, but it's under the guise of like protection, or maybe even empowerment with this Magician card. It's almost like she feels like Letitia doesn't have the skills to handle tricky relationships, and she feels like she's a much better player than her daughter, and she feels like Letitia can't do it, so I'm gonna do it. She feels like Letitia moves too slow, or that there's things that she's unwilling to deal with or confront, but she doesn't expect Letitia to confront it in terms of breaking up her family or losing her family. She kind of wants her to give it back. I feel like a lot of her energy has been designed towards getting Letitia to give it back, or to play the game. She sees a lot of life as a game. She's coming in as a very playful woman, but kind of like immature. She's coming in as the Knight of Coins, the Knight of Wands in reverse, the Knight of Cups, the Page of Swords, the Magician. This is a person who is she's a very juvenile woman, but at the same time, she is filled with a lot of game and a lot of information and a lot of know-how. She knows how to deal with people. But she has still been unable to obtain or secure the type of love that she has, or that she wants within her own relationships. Like I said, because of some earlier heartbreak, I feel like that she was unable to commit in a lot of situations. I feel like she may have even been the one to break the heart, or been the one to be the cause of some type of divorce or relationship, or maybe even she cheated on her own husband or boyfriend at some point. Her goal is to be able to, I feel like she wants Letitia to be the woman that she was. I feel like, I don't feel like she necessarily is jealous of Letitia in any type of way, but she doesn't understand commitment. She doesn't understand long-term relationships. She doesn't understand family from the perspective of allowing or sticking by a man or something like that. She's more so of a person that's like, hey, you better get it how you live. You better see what's going on. You better do them how they did you. You know what I mean? Now, I think that a lot of this has to do with her Empress card, like I said, being in reverse. I'm not going to say that this is a necessary bad mother, but this is a mother that lacks nurturing skills as it goes towards other people, and somebody that maybe expects you to nurture them. You know what I mean? But I feel like within herself person, she's more so like of a depleted soul. Now, with the Empress in reverse and the Ten of Coins, this is also giving me an energy of somebody that is so codependent that they start to smother their family. They smother their family, they smother their grandkids, and they don't give people enough breathing space to move. And in the meantime, they're ignoring their own needs for growth and development. It's almost like she's unable to create things for herself, or she's unable to care for herself due to the codependence, but also with her inability to commit. I don't think she can commit to consistently being in her own business. It's just not who she is. She just likes to get around. She likes to meddle, especially with this Page of Swords. This is giving me like more so of like kind of like a meddlesome energy. But again, I think that that's more so like the type of woman that gets her daughter to break up with her boyfriends. Now, I know Letitia is married, so that's a little bit different. But you know how a mother will get her daughter to break up with her boyfriends just so she can get her friend back? Not necessarily like thinking about it like, oh, he's doing you wrong. No, because she believes in the game. She believes in all these. She doesn't take it seriously necessarily when men cheat. She's seen it all her life. She's visualized it with her own eyes. And like I said, that's something that she's participated in herself. So she's not that type. But she does want, she wants to separate relationships so that people are more so near to her. You know what I mean? I could almost see her being in the middle of a relationship where if there was a couple, they would both be good with her, but yet she simultaneously keeps them with a rift between each other so that both of them are dependent upon her for some type of need or another. She's a very controlling type of mother. Very narcissistic type of mother with this Magician and the Empress in reverse. Now, she has the Knight of Wands in reverse, but this is clarifying issues of her family. So I don't know if when she was younger there was a separation in her own family. Like I said, I also have the Three of Swords and the Two of Cups. So was she the product of a divorced home or a home that was separated, or was her home separated when she was bringing her kids up? But with this Knight of Wands, it's giving me like there was like some type of distance in her family, or her family was broken up in some type of way. She's also a woman that she likes to run away from her own problems. Like, she's not able to emotionally connect. You know what I mean? I don't feel like she has an emotional connection to like her children. I feel like she more so likes to be cheeky, likes to play coy. She likes to run the hot and cold and kind of play the game a little bit. And that's what she considers like fun and exciting. And that's her version of motherhood or being a mother. I think the Knight of Wands is Sagittarius energy, but a lot of this energy is giving me like Gemini, Libra, a lot of Gemini energy as well. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn here as well. I don't know her sign, but I don't know, that just crossed my mind a little bit. She also has this thing where she likes to play it soft, or she likes to pretend like she's not a person that is stirring as much as she is. But that's because people have her actions right, but her intentions wrong. Her intentions are to control things so that nobody leaves her, and because she's very codependent. She doesn't want to be forgotten, and she doesn't want to be left behind. And her way to mitigate that feeling, or to ensure that that doesn't happen with her, is to kind of like jump into people's business. Now, with this Page of Swords and this Seven of Swords, I also see like this is kind of like scheming a little bit. I feel like this is her looking for a way to position herself for some type of opportunity. I don't think she cares if she has to steal it, hook, line, sink it, swindle. Like she has like a bit of like a con artist energy to her as well. I don't know if she is a con artist, or she has committed some type of theft or fraud or been arrested or anything like that. But she's definitely a person who will direct people to do that. For some reason, Griselda Blanco just came to mind. But I'm thinking of it like an emotional Griselda Blanco. She's like a person who directs people to make like cunning moves. I feel like she's more so of a mastermind. But she does have the Knight of Coins going on with her right now. And that's clarified by the Eight of Coins. So I feel like maybe I don't know, maybe she's underdeveloped when it comes to her own work. Or maybe it has taken her a long time to reach some measure of success. But I feel like she's taking slow moves and trying to like sneak her way. For some reason, I feel like she's trying to sneak her way back onto the show. When I look at the Seven of Swords and the Knight of Coins and the Eight of Coins, I feel like, and we're talking about the show. And then I have the Knight of Cups. So I feel like maybe she's trying to like get close to somebody. Maybe she's trying to pull a wool over somebody's head, or she's even trying to deceive somebody. But I almost feel like she's trying to create a relationship with somebody. She's pretending to be nice, but she's trying to like work her way slowly onto this show with this Knight of Coins. I feel like she feels like she has put in the work to. I feel like in a way she feels like she's carried the show in a lot of ways. This is Virgo energy too. I feel like she feels that she's earned her spot or earned her way onto the show. But again, I don't even feel like she has a money motivation. I feel like her desire to be on the show is an extension of her codependency. She like gets into like situations or gets into one-off situations, but she attaches to them. And they become a part of her identity, or she creates an identity out of it. I don't want to call her a person who shifts and shapes, but in any environment, she knows how to blend in. She's giving me like Hustler. You know what I mean? Like she's the person who could go do like credit card scams. She's like Joanne the scammer. Now, I'm not saying that she's done those things. I'm saying that she has that charisma, she has that coy, and she has that nerve. But now I'm thinking that she's retired her scamming ways, and she's more so trying to give other people like the blueprint to the chess game. She looks at the show, she looks at all of this as a game. She's not emotionally connected. She doesn't think about people's feelings. She's not compassionate at all. She thinks of this as a game. And she feels like she can see everything well enough to win the game, but she's not in that position. She thinks Letitia is also slow. She thinks she's also slow. And I think that's kind of frustrating for her because she's more of a quick on your feet type of thinker. And she has more of a will. But at the same time, everything in her life has been upside down and reversed. So it's like, can you really say that you've mastered the game, or that you know how to play, or that you know how to achieve long-term results when you don't really have those results for your own life? Yet she kind of mocks Letitia a little bit, at least on the inside. But at the same time, Letitia has achieved something, or been able to achieve and be steady at something that she hasn't. So there's a basic general respect there, but at the same time, she wishes Letitia was more like her, or she wishes she had more of her spunk, or more of her, I don't know, more of her, like, I don't want to say like shadiness, but I'm kind of feeling like more of her shadiness a little bit. Now, I feel like there's like a huge expectation of Letitia to take care of her emotionally. But I feel like that's like in regards to like being like a friend to her. Like I feel like there's always been a requirement for Letitia's whole life that she be a friend or a best friend with her mother. You know what I mean? I feel like the mother also, I feel like for some reason she has like this thing where she gets upset when things don't go her way. And I feel like she's prone to like maybe throwing like some type of tantrums. I don't know if this is with Letitia or just in general, but I feel like there's a strong desire that she has for like things to always go her way. And when they don't, she seems to like, I don't know, she throws a tantrum. But then she tries to like bow down, and then she tries to like become a helper. Yeah, she's narcissistic. She's giving me like a narc mother vibe. It's almost like she tries to control people. Then when it don't work out, she bows down and tries to help them. But again, it's all from a sense of like, don't kick me out. Don't let me go. Don't leave me behind. Let me tell you how to do things, yet I couldn't necessarily figure this shit out myself. You know what I mean? She's willing to share if you'll keep her though. You know what I mean? That's her main thing, is that she does not want to be left behind. She has her strength card and her hangman both in the reverse. The strength card in reverse for this spread, I feel like she feels like she's losing her grip on something. So maybe she's and this is kind of like going around that Knight of Coins and that Eight of Coins, which has to do with work, which I felt like she was trying to position herself to like maybe get close to somebody or schmooze somebody to get a part in this show. But I feel like with this Strength card in reverse, she's lose her grip on something. So maybe at some point she was like close to somebody who was like bringing her in, or she had some type of like Jedi mind trick running on somebody, and she feels like her power or her control is like slipping away. You know what I mean? I feel like she was normally used to being able to like run things or take command of things, or, you know, in charge of the girls. And I feel like, I don't know, I feel like she lost the juice. I feel like nobody gives her that level of respect anymore. But at first, I feel like she kind of had it. This is Leo energy. I feel like she's suffering right now through like a loss of confidence because she doesn't have like, I don't want to say, I don't know, I just keep getting control of the girls. I don't know, like, what was her role on the show? Was she, like, running the girls, or was she, like, in the middle of them? Or, like, I feel like she had some type of control at one point, or she had, like, some type of power or influence at one point. Now, I don't know if this was, like, her role in the show, but I'm feeling like at some point she had influence, and then she lost her grip. And now she's like in this state of like kind of like desperation, trying to get her grip back. But it's only because she doesn't want to get left behind, because she feels codependent on people. And I feel like she latches on to different people and relationships at different times. You know how you have those people that have like their flavor of the month? She may have people that she's close with for 1 minute, then another minute she's not close with them, and then she has a new flavor or something like that. And which is another narcissistic mother trait, because it comes across like a triangulation, or like you have your golden child and your scapegoat child, and 1 minute you schmoozing up to another person, then you drop that person and go to another direction. But your goal is to satisfy your codependency no matter who it is. You know what I mean? Hangman in reverse, you martyr yourself. You know what I mean? So she may position herself as the one who does all the work, or who's willing to do all the work, or like she's some type of victim. But again, I couple that with that offering of help type of situation. But it's all a manipulation with this Magician card. Any role or any attempt at humbling herself or playing small, that's a lie. She is the magician. She's just a trip, really. You know what I mean? But again, I still feel that deep inside, she's sacrificing her own self because she has a lack of direction, and because she, had some serious separation anxiety or some serious heartbreak or something in the past. And so she's not used to feeding her own success or building her own desires or paving her own way. And so she submits herself to her family and other people around her. And I feel like she does it as an excuse to not meet her own needs, or to justify why she hasn't become whatever she needed to become in this life. You know what I mean? I'm strongly getting that type of person. You know those people who, when they can't find direction in life, they relegate it to well, I was helping you. Well, I was helping this person. Well, I was helping build this person. But you were doing it because you didn't have a dream of your own that you had the courage to go and face. And so you just involved yourself in everybody else's shit, but then acted like a martyr, like you were doing it out of the goodness of your heart. But it's really that you didn't have the courage, or you didn't have the ideas to do anything or come up with anything on your own. You know what I mean? So she might be a type of person that throws in people's face how much she did for them or how she was there for them, but she wasn't there for them. She was there for her own purpose. You know what I mean? Now, she does have her Ace of Swords in reverse to end this reading. The Ace of Swords in reverse likes to argue. They like to argue down a point. And I feel like she's kind of aggressive. You know what I mean? She doesn't want to grow up. She has a refusal to grow. But again, I feel like that's stemming from her codependency issues. She does not want to be on her own or left to her own devices. She doesn't want to evolve or change. She is a person who likes to stay the same. And then she likes to blame that she sacrificed her life for others for the reason why she won't be like a better woman or something like that. You know what I mean? So in a way, I guess people end up feeling like they owe her, and then they also don't leave her behind because they feel like she gave it up. She gave everything up for them. You know what I mean? That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting. So that's what came up in her spread. So you guys let me know what you think of that reading. Yeah, I'm interested to know what you guys think of the reading. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn your notification bells on. I'm gonna be doing the Fletchers next, I'm sure. But let me know what you think of her. Is this what her mother is really like? And if so, I think I want to do a reading on Letitia and her mother and their relationship, you know? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you on the next one.